I'm Dr. Sandra Jan, and I'm one of the co-creators of the Wild 5 Wellness Program. We're so glad you're joining us today to improve your mental wellness. You know, mental health problems like depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and ADHD, just to name a few, all of these conditions rob us of our mental wellness, happiness, joy. So I want to thank you for joining me today to take a look at the results of the Wild 5 Wellness Program and its impact on mental health disorders.
When we created Wild 5 Wellness, we wanted to make sure the program helped people with mental health challenges. The best way to do that is to conduct rigorous scientific studies and to analyze the data using accepted statistical methodology. That's exactly what we have done. For the last several years, we have been conducting various studies on the program, and we'd like to share some of the results from one such study. In this study, we invited 82 individuals who were suffering from a mental health challenge. The mental health challenges included depression, anxiety, insomnia, bipolar disorder, ADHD, and others. We did not make any changes to their medications or offer them anything other than the Wild 5 Wellness Program. So let's take a look at what we learned, shall we? What we are about to look at is what happened after only 30 days of individuals implementing the Wild 5 Wellness Program. Let's start with what we call disease markers. In just a moment, we will examine what happened with mental wellness markers. Let's examine anxiety, depression, insomnia, and emotional eating. Depression and anxiety are common and chronic problems for many people. So we were curious to see Wild 5's impact. Let's start with anxiety. We measured changes in anxiety using a gold standard instrument called the GAD-7. And as you can see, the average participant's anxiety decreased by 40%. We measured changes in depression using a gold standard instrument called the PHQ-9. And the average participant's depression decreased by 43%. These really are impressive changes. Because so many people suffer from insomnia, we were interested to see Wild 5's impact. So we measured changes in insomnia using a gold standard instrument called the PSQI. And as you can see, the average participant's insomnia decreased by 29%. Now, many people turn to food when stressed or suffering emotionally. So we measured changes in emotional eating using an instrument called the DEBQ. And the average participant's emotional eating decreased by 14%. Please remember, these changes occurred after only 30 days of being in the program. We know that reduction in mental illness symptoms really is a wonderful goal, but improvement in mental wellness is, of course, critically important. Let's now take a look at the changes we found in wellness markers. Let's examine what the Wild 5 Wellness Program did in improving wellness markers by seeing how participants' HERO improved. Here you can see HERO stands for happiness, enthusiasm, resilience, and optimism. Why don't we start with happiness? After only 30 days of implementing the Wild 5 Wellness Program, you can see that participants' happiness on average increased by 30%. Let's look at enthusiasm. Again, after only 30 days, average scores of enthusiasm increased by 51%. Resilience. 30 days of practice, and we found on average participants' resilience increased, get this, by 63%. And finally, optimism. After 30 days of implementing the Wild 5 Wellness Program, optimism on average increased by 45%. These improvements in wellness markers really are impressive, and they're intimately connected to a person's overall well-being. To see this degree of change after only 30 days of being in the program is really very encouraging. All of these changes, both disease and wellness markers, were statistically significant. The findings were recently presented as a research poster by myself and the co-creator of the Wild 5 Wellness Program, Dr. Rakesh Jain, at the 29th Annual U.S. Psychiatric and Mental Health Congress, which was held in San Antonio, Texas in 2016. This is an international meeting of mental health experts, and these results were met with great interest and enthusiasm by our colleagues. Many of them are now planning to integrate the program into their own practices. We couldn't be more pleased about the response to the Wild 5 Wellness Program. Thank you for watching, and if you're interested in improving your mental health and wellness, please don't hesitate to contact us with any questions about the program.